welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about PlayStation experience. I'm getting so excited and I want to talk about my predictions for what we're going to see and hear at PlayStation experience. So let's get to it. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is going to be The Last of Us Part 2. Now I'll tell you what I know we're not going to see. We are not going to see a release date for The Last of Us Part 2. It ain't happening. They are not going to commit to a date, no way, no how, not even a release date window. So even though I wanted to start my countdown now, it's not going to happen. They have been burned way too many times. They were burned with the original Last of Us. They had to push it back once, and also they had to push back Uncharted 4 twice. Was it twice or three times? I don't even remember, y'all. But it was at least twice. That was enough. So we are not going to see a release date. We're not going to see a release window. And we are not going to see a game demo at the conference. I can tell you that. They are not going to have anything playable there at the conference. But I do predict that we will see something meaty from Naughty Dog. I believe we will see a 6 to 8 minute gameplay video, actually going through gameplay part like they did with the original Last of Us when they were in the Pittsburgh hotel with the enemies. I think they're going to give us something because we were all expecting to see something at E3, and they know we were expecting to see something at E3, and they wanted to keep it all for Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which I do appreciate, but man was I disappointed when we didn't see anything from them. Even Neil Druckmann said at last year's conference, which I was at the last two, this will be my third PlayStation experience. He said the PlayStation experience is one of his favorite conferences because it is truly for the fans who are all about PlayStation, all about Sony's exclusives. They are the die-hard PlayStation fans, and he gets the most satisfaction out of releasing any kind of content at the PlayStation experience. So I'm really excited because I think we're going to get something meaty because it's been a whole year since the teaser. It is, September is almost over, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for us. So I'm excited to see all of that Last of Us content that they will hopefully be having for us. I know they will. The second thing I want to see the most out of this PlayStation Experience conference is God of War. Santa Monica Studios had a beautiful showing at E3 this year and the year before. They were not mentioned at PSX last year, but I think they're going to show up this year. Now, the story and the gameplay look incredible. It looks gorgeous. It's finally a God of War game that I am really interested in playing. It's not just the hack and slash, it's the story. I think they're taking some notes from Naughty Dog, and I think Santa Monica is an incredible studio, and I am so excited to see how this game is going to come out. Now, they said it's going to be released in 2018. I don't think we'll have an exact release date, but I think they will give us a release date window. I am hoping within the first 6 months of 2018 we will see God of War, probably closer to the end of that time frame, probably around May or June. They've been working on this for a long time. They showed at E3 the last 2 years, but that's been it. Dare I say that there will be a playable game demo there? Because I think that would be fucking incredible. I would love to get my hands on that gameplay demo. I cannot wait to play this game. I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us, and I'm hoping they have another trailer, a little teaser with maybe a release date window, and hopefully we will get to put our hands on it and actually play it at the conference. Another game that has been silent for a long time has been Psychonauts 2 from our friends at Double Fine, and I am so excited to play that game. I am a backer, a very small backer, but I am a backer for Psychonauts 2, and I cannot wait to play this game. They have been pretty quiet. We haven't seen it or heard anything about Psychonauts 2 except for some behind the scenes game development series from Tim Schafer and Zach at Double Fine, and if you haven't seen it, you should check out their YouTube channel and you'll find all the content they have there. There's nothing too spoilery there, obviously, but it's been 2 years since they announced it. In December of 2015 is when Tim Schafer did the Kickstarter for it on Fig and announced that they wanted to make it. If they met the goal, they will be making it. And so they've been working on it for almost 2 years now. So I'm really hoping we get to see some kind of gameplay trailer, hopefully a demo to get our hands on it and actually play it. Their booth is set up so nice the last 2 years I've been there. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully playing some kind of anything for Psychonauts 2, and hopefully they will have some kind of trailer or release. They did come out with the VR game, The Rhombus of Ruin, which I did not play. I don't have the PlayStation VR, but I watched playthroughs of it and it looked incredible and it looked beautiful, and I can't wait to see what else they're going to do with this game. So hopefully the crew at Double Fine will be there and showing us some Psychonauts 2 love. Next game that I want to talk about is Detroit Become Human. I am so excited to see what they have. They just had Tokyo Game Show and they did like a trailer. They released a trailer which had a few little moments of new images from the trailer, but basically 95% of it was a mashup of all the trailers we've already seen. They said that if this game will be released in 2018, I'm hoping for an actual release date since it has been some time since E3. By the time PSX rolls around, it'll be 6 months after. They might have a better idea of the window that they're going to be releasing this game on. They've been playing the game demos at the different conferences that they've been going to, so I would almost guarantee that there will be a game playable demo of Connor, of Brian Deckert's character, in the same situation with the hostage situation with the other android. So hopefully that gameplay part will be able to be played. And save the fishies. That's all I know. He keeps being very cryptic about it. Brian Deckert keeps saying, save the fishes. The fish in the fish tank need to be saved. I don't know what kind of outcome that has, how that affects the rest of your gameplay, but it can't hurt to save the fish. It can't hurt to save them, so I want to play it so badly. I can't wait to play this game. I can't wait for it to come out, and I'm thinking we will have a release window, dare I say a release date, since the mocap and performance capture is all done. 324 days in the can already done, and by the time December rolls around, they'll be 3 months ahead of that, so hopefully we will see and have a release date and play that demo at PSX, and I could not be more excited. One studio that I am crossing my fingers and toes to see at PSX is Bend Studios. Guys, Days Gone, that is my hottest, most anticipated game that I am waiting for. They are so incredible at that studio. From day one, I was so obsessed with the gameplay trailer, everything about it. It's such a dynamic and incredible looking game. It's beautiful, and I think it's going to be one of the most dynamic and incredible challenging games that we've seen in a long time. And that's not shade to any other game that I have played, because I love video games. But Bend Studios was actually supposed to be there last year at PSX. They were talking, we'll see you at our booth, but I follow them, and they were supposed to be there, and they just never showed up. No word about it. They didn't talk about it. It was like, and I was like, where are Bend Studios? Like, I kept looking around, and they were nowhere to be found. Their name was nowhere to be found on the list of devs that were there. I was so devastated. I'm like, I wanted to play that. I wanted to play a game demo of Days Gone so badly. So I am really hoping that they will be there. I have a feeling they will be, because they had all intentions of being there last year, and I think that they're like, let's sit on this, let's put more time into the game so we have something really juicy to show them, which they did at E3. I did a reaction video and a whole full nerd-on breakdown of every second of that trailer. It's incredible. But I'm thinking that they will have a gameplay demo there. I'm hoping they will. Maybe this is just hope on hope that they will have a gameplay demo there, and that they will have another cinematic trailer, a short one, with maybe a release date window. I'm hoping that they'll have a booth. I'm hoping that they do a meet and greet. I would love to meet John Garvin and Jeff Ross and Sam Witwer. Sam Witwer plays Deacon St. John of Days Gone, and he plays the main character. I would love to meet them. Could you imagine? I'll be shook to the core. I don't think anything could top last year's PSX, but I sure as hell am going to try. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have. I think they will have a booth. I think they will have a gameplay demo. Whether they do or not, or if this is just me wishing and a hoping, but I'm not going to give up hope that they're going to be there, and we're going to have some kind of release date window, like spring of 2018 or, fall of 2018. I can't imagine it coming out any later than the first quarter of 2019, the latest. So hopefully they will give us a little something, a little information, maybe a gameplay demo, which I would be thrilled. I would be so thrilled to get my hands on that game. I can't wait for it. Now, Rockstar Games, Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 6. That's what I want to talk about for Rockstar. Now, we all know that Rockstar teased Red Dead Redemption 2 last October. So it's been almost a full year since they teased it, and it was supposed to come out this October. Now it's not coming out till fall of 2018, so we still have another year to wait for it. Since they only gave us that very short teaser trailer, since we have seen or heard anything from Red Dead Redemption 2, I am praying that they give us something a little bit more substantial this year at PSX. Hopefully they will have more of a gameplay trailer, a little more detail. Maybe we'll learn more about the characters. That Magnificent Seven theme has got me shook. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us with that game and the characters. It's so gorgeous. I still go back and watch that trailer, and I still cannot get over how beautiful it is. So I am hoping that since we are a year out, they'll give us some kind of teaser trailer. I still think they're going to stick with fall of 2018. I don't think they're going to want to be any more specific than that. I don't think they want to put their necks out and just risk another delay or announcement of a delay. So let's keep our fingers crossed that they will tell us more, give us more about Red Dead Redemption 2. I am hoping for a gameplay demo for them, but I don't think it's going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I don't think for a second that we're going to see anything or hear a word or a peep or a whisper about GTA 6, because you know that game was leaked a few months ago. I talked about it in my OCD gaming news. So Sucker Punch has been quiet for some time now. We have been waiting. The last game we saw from Sucker Punch was Infamous Second Son, which I loved. I played that game before I had the channel, and it was so incredible. It was so beautiful. It was so much fun to play. I played the hell out of that game, and it's gorgeous, and I loved it, and I cannot wait to see what they have. It was very open world though, which I'm kind of getting a little bit, that's my personal opinion. I like more linear games. Now, they have been so quiet, Sucker Punch. They haven't shown at E3. They were not there. I think they're going to show up at PlayStation because I think they are working on something big. Now, I know they're working on something big because Shuhei, all hail Shuhei Yoshida has played this game, and he said it is very narrow. Those cryptic words just make me feel like it's not as open world as Infamous Second Son. I think it's going to be something completely different from what they've ever done. What that is, I have no clue, but I have total faith in Sucker Punch. They've been quiet for this whole time, and I know it's going to be something incredible, and I can't wait to see what they have. But I feel like they will be there, and they might do a teaser. I don't think we'll see anything more than a teaser video because they've been so tight-lipped. Everything has been kept under wraps for so long. There's no way it's going to be like a big blowout gameplay trailer and announcement. I think it's going to be a short and sweet minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes tops. But I can't wait to see what they have, and I really hope they show up PSX. Next, Media Molecule. For the longest time, we've been hearing about Dreams. They are the people who made Little Big Planet and Tearaway. So they have been silent working on Dreams for years. I sat in on my first PSX panel with one of the guys who was a developer and was working on the game. That was in 2015. So he was talking about they're working on it and what it was taking to create it. But that was so long ago, and there's been no word about it. And a lot of people are worried. They originally announced it at E3 in 2015, June of 2015. So it has been a while, y'all. I mean, like, where are they going to show us anything? Will we see the game Dreams at all at PSX? Will we see it ever? A gameplay trailer, something to give us maybe a window. I have a feeling even if they gave us a window, they'd go back and push it back again. But I think it looks beautiful, and I really admire them for going out on a limb and doing something completely different that no one's ever seen. So I have nothing but love and respect for them. So I wish them the best, and I hope we get to see Dreams at PSX. Also, not to forget about our beloved indie games. I love seeing all the indie game booths at PSX, and I like to play the games that they have there. Church in the Darkness. I'm really hoping to see Killbright Studios again. They have a game that they've been working on, but I haven't heard anything about it. I'm still hoping and praying that they're still coming out with it. They did Among the Sleep. They're very talented, and I really can't wait to see what they have coming out for us. So I'm hoping that they'll be there, and I hope a lot of the indie game devs will be there. So we need to support our indie game devs, absolutely. So I'm really excited to see what indie games we're going to have at this PSX. The biggest question I have going into this PSX is what is going to be the drop dead moment reveals? What is going to be the reveal that everyone's like, like, Oh, bitch. What is it going to be? Last year was The Last of Us. Last year was Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I mean, that was my most favorite moments. They talked about a whole bunch of different things. I'm just saying, like, those two stood out for me as the drop dead moments for me, like, clutch your heart. I'm going to have a heart attack and drop that this is like dreams coming true. These games are coming out, and that was the moments for me that I will never forget. So I am wondering what is going to be that moment or moments that we have at PSX that they are going to drop on us that we have no idea are coming. I'm hoping to see something from Death Stranding. Now, Kojima keeps talking about how it's going to be out, it's not going to be out in 2020 and 2019. I don't believe for a second we'll see this game before 2019, but he was there last year. He had a conference with Guerrilla Games talking about their engine, the Decima engine, and it was a brilliant conference. I sat in on that as well, but it's been a long time. They weren't at E3, so I am thinking that since him and Jeff Keighley are like BFFs, and he is like his number one fan, he loves Kojima, and the Game Awards are the night before, so I'm sure they will be there. He will be there and hopefully have another conference at this year's PSX, and maybe, just maybe, we will see a release window or like a really substantial trailer from them. I don't think we'll see a game demo there on the floor. It's not going to happen. If it will, no one will be more shocked than me if that happens. I am praying that Kojima gives us some kind of news or what's coming up for Death Stranding, because that game, that and Days Gone, guys, I cannot even contain my excitement for those games. So Kojima, I hope you're there, and I hope we hear something about Death Stranding. That's one of my most anticipated behind Days Gone. Obviously, The Last of Us Part 2 is first. That always comes first for me. I'm sorry. So that's what I'm hoping that we'll see. Okay, now I have to give credit to Dan. He told me, he linked me an article that Detroit Become Human might not be the only game that Quantic Dream is working on. There is another project that is going on at Quantic Dream that they've been working on alongside with Detroit Become Human. 2X Quantum Dream devs, according to LinkedIn, 2X scriptwriters were also stated to have been working on an unannounced Quantic Dream project on PS4. So what is this other game that they're working on? Are they going to drop that on us as well? Like maybe be like, all right, here's Detroit Become Human and here's the gameplay trailer and we're going to have a somewhat of a release date window, or maybe here's a demo. They're definitely going to have a demo there. And oh yeah, by the way, here's something else we're working on. I think that's what they're going to do. Just because we'll never see it coming, I think that's going to be one of those moments where everyone is going to be dropping dead in the seats in the auditorium for the keynote, and I think it's going to be incredible. These are just my predictions. It doesn't mean it's going to be true or come true. This is what I'm hoping for. This is what I think we might see. You know, I am on top of all this news, and I'm going to bring you the news, and I will be recording my reactions there at the keynote like I did last year for The Last of Us Part 2. If you haven't seen that reaction video, that is just, it don't get no more real than that. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope this is a great PSX. I know it's going to be, because every year they have been getting, it has just been exponentially getting better and better every year with the information, the content we see, the game demos, the developers. It's been incredible. So I have nothing but love for PSX. That's why I go. And this will be my third PSX, and I cannot wait. I am counting the days. I am ready to pack like now. So I'll tell you one thing that I want to see that is my dream, my most anticipated would be like, had me shook to the core if they ever announced it, aside from The Last of Us Part 2 and everything that I know of now. But in my heart, the game that I want to see a sequel to more than anything else in this world, Brutal Legend 2. You know, I am Double Fine hardcore fan. I love Double Fine, and Brutal Legend is that game. Brutal Legend got me back into gaming when I didn't play for years, and I can't even begin to explain how much that game means to me. That is one of those turning moment games where you're just like this, that, and like The Last of Us and Uncharted for me are those top 3 franchises for me, always. But Brutal Legend just is like, if they made a game for me, here it is. Like I'm wearing my like Iron Maiden shirt today. No joke, but here is a game about Jack Black, roadie, heavy metal, combat, music. It just like, it was made for me. Like truthfully, if I could have said this is what I want, that is the game. So I still will never say die. I will never give up hope that they are making a Brutal Legend Part 2. That would be my dream to see that game come out, because if you think I was shook over The Last of Us, and The Last of Us Part 2, that is like way up there. I adore that game so much. It is so breathtakingly beautiful. And everyone on the team at Double Fine who contributed to the art, like Lee Petty, the whole team. It's just a game I want to live and breathe in and never leave. They did such an incredible job. The combat is so satisfying and fun. The open world element, which is that I'd say that's the only open world game that I am head over heels for, that I enjoy looking and finding everything, and I have gone through every square inch of that game, and there is nothing I haven't seen in that game. The landmark viewers, the legends, everything. The soundtrack, Peter McConnell did an incredible job in that soundtrack. I still listen to that soundtrack to this day. All the metal songs that were on the soundtrack for that game as well. The driving is so much fun. The missions, the main missions. It was such a different game. There's never been a game like it, and I have yet to see another game like it come around. I still play this game to this day. I still play it. You know, it came out in October 13th, 2009. I will never forget. So it's been almost 10 years since that game came out, and it's still as beautiful now as it was back then. That is my all-time dream, to see that game come through. You know, Tim Schafer has said in interviews that he would love to make a Brutal Legend 2, but the music licensing was just outrageous, because there was so many songs, so many heavy metal songs. You know, with the licensing, it was very expensive to use the music. But they said they're doing Psychonauts 2, and they didn't want to do another sequel right away. So he said, you know, maybe in the future. I'm wondering if this October 13th he'll do another replay like he did last year. He did a Let's Play online with it. I'm hoping he does it again this year, because, you know, I'll be watching and I will be playing. You know, so they don't want to make too many sequels in a row. So I'm hoping maybe for the 10-year anniversary they will announce it, because that would be everything. I'm going to say a prayer to the metal gods that this game will happen. This sequel will happen. I will never say die, and I will never give up hope that that sequel will come out, because that is my all-time, my heart, that game. So make it happen. So those are my thoughts, my predictions, my hopes, my dreams, my loves. Everything I want to see and hear and play at PSX this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun predictions video. It is very in-depth, because you know, I get in the nitty-gritty on this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back with more games to play. If you haven't seen any of my reaction videos from last year's, or my analysis videos from last year's, I'll link them below and on the screen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with more.